Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hayesy on Nova.
Hayesy, we are jumping on a kite to go to Sydney for what's known as the Radio Awards.
Do you know I haven't been on an aeroplane for literally years?
Yeah, right.
I haven't left South Australia for years.
Oh, wow.
It's a big deal for me.
Okay, it's a big deal for you because you've been Because
I've been dominated by Jody Oddie for years. And finally, I'm having my moment.
And also, you've been nominated for Best New Talent at the ACRAs, the Australian Commercial Radio Awards, up against some heavy hitters.
Absolutely. 3AW, 2GB as well. It's top 4, so there's 4 nominations. I just hope they just announce the winner. They don't go through in 4th place. You don't need to do that. Just say who's won.
Oh, it's so wonderful that you've been nominated. Absolutely no one in your team thinks you're going to win. However, it's going to be fun. We're going to get dressed up. I've made the entire week about the fact that I ordered a dress online and it arrived and it was the wrong size. So your award has been about me.
Oh, well done, Joe. What a fearless approach. Congratulations to you.
You are so very welcome.
And the ACRA for stealing the limelight goes to Jody Oddie.
Enjoy some of our worst work. This time each and every week we like to reflect on what's gone down basically from, normally Monday to Friday, but short week.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Short week, yet so many mistakes.
Maybe.
How could you jam-pack so many mistakes into such a short week?
How can we come back on a Monday not refreshed, like actually in worse shape than we began?
Genuinely dishevelled.
Yes, that's what we are.
All right, here is the week that was through the lovely eyes of Jody Oddie.
Jody's Diary.
Dear Diary, well, this week I found my word kryptonite, which no one saw coming. Brasco's Pizzeria. Pizzeria. I can't say it!
Brasco's.
Why don't I say it?
Brasco's Pizzeria in Hectorville. Brasco's Pizzeria.
There we go. And if you thought I couldn't say it on air, here's some off-air gear. One Sneaky Cheetah in Ridleyton, Pizza Bite in Redwood Park, and Caesar's Pizzette.
Oh, no.
F it!
Sounds like a seagull.
At least I wasn't alone.
Let's go to our next finalist, and this is Giacomo from Brasco's Pizzeria in Hectorville. Giacomo, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How are we?
So what I did there, Giacomo, to save time, is that I combined Giacomo and Hectorville, and I called you Jackoville.
Things can be so difficult in our place of employment.
Free coffees at your workplace.
Wowee.
Would you like us to turn up to your place of work?
You were trying to avoid saying workplace twice, were you?
The brain's like, it's too early for this, champion. I can't believe I got champed by my own brain.
No. Big shout out to all the Swedes as we delicately addressed your written language.
Like complicated, is it? No. Name's Kirsty.
Well,
it's just spelled differently.
It's spelled with a J.
So, all right, okay. The J's throw me every time.
They do things differently than Norwegians, don't they?
Is it Jon or is it John? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they've got their little omelettes on top, or is it an omelette?
Oh, an omelette?
An omelette. Those 2 little dots on top of it.
Is that what they call it, an omelette?
Yeah, or it's an omelette, you know?
An omelette. It's like you're a Swedish person trying to say omelette. It's an omelette.
We discussed Anne Hathaway's rude interview with the journalist. Turns out Hayesy can absolutely relate. Oh, it's like, what if you went and interviewed Charlie Dixon and Charlie gave you nothing, and then everyone's like, oh, well, what a question from Hayesy.
It's happened.
At this point, it was all becoming a bit of a...
Wank fest.
I had a friendly game of softball, cue Hazy's niche Simpsons reference. We played a little softball game last night. I don't think I've played softball since I was 16.
Oh, good on you, Joe.
Softball from Maine to San Diego, talking softball.
Not a usual thing on a Wednesday, is it?
Nah, it's not. Is that the Simpsons?
It is, isn't it? Ready?
Yeah.
Steve Sachs said he's running with the law. We're talking Homer, Ozzy and the Straw.
And when we aren't singing about softball, we're talking about boot fetishes.
I'll wear my footy boots in bed with my Port Adelaide number 18 Guernsey. Now we're on.
And when he's not pushing all the wrong buttons in bed, he's doing it in the studio during birthday payday. Hey Glenn, were you born on the 23rd of...
Come on. Come on, hang on, let me press the right button. There you go.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
June.
Oh, it's
go. Hang on, just don't say anything. Don't say anything. I pulled out the wrong finger. I'm doing glib now, and we're like speak glib. We're not doing it down. Let's hang on a second. Hang on.
Oh my God.
Let's go again.
All right. Did you hear what month I said, Glenn?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well,
Here we go, Glenn. Take 2.
Like a second job.
on the 23rd of June.
August.
Oh, jeez. What do you got there? What a roller coaster,
I
right?
feel like I got let down twice.
Oh, my gosh. You sound like my wife there, Glenn.
Oh, God.
And it wouldn't be a week in the Jodie and Hayesy show without some brought and bought confusion. Okay, this is the scenario brought a dress for the Radio Awards on the weekend and it came and it doesn't fit.
Up. Let me just jump in there. You bought a dress. We have to correct you every time. It's the best way to...
I said to you the other
It's the best
day.
way to learn.
I said to you the other day, it's ingrained in my brain. It's been there for a very long time. It's not going to change.
Well, we're going to have to untattoo that part of your brain.
Brought and bought will not change.
Well, why is
And
it,
my interpretation of the two.
why is it always perfectly in the wrong place? Why can't you fluke it right one time?
So do all the softball fans.
Ozzy and the Straw.
To Giacomo from Hectorville.
Jackerville, good morning to you.
And the pizza lovers. And Caesar's Pizzette offer.
No.
Go off this weekend, kings and queens. All my love, Jodie. We were just having a random chat and we were talking about a particular song from Shark Tale.
Yeah.
And then producer Zoe weighed in with this.
Unbelievable stuff. We were just trying to have some wholesome fun.
Yeah.
And we got absolutely derailed. Bit of Christina. Ow. Hey, when this song plays, Joe, get ready, 13-24-10. We got some invites to give away for our exclusive party happening in a week's time.
Doesn't your mind go straight to Shark Tale?
It does, actually.
With the little film clip.
Am I
It's
wrong or is
embedded.
that fish hot?
Which, oh, whoa.
The Angelina Jolie
gosh.
fish. Come on.
Oh, my gosh. For goodness sake. What's going on? What are we doing here?
Yeah,
What's going on?
what is happening?
I think it's important to note that Jodie Googled it and immediately backed it up with, oh, she is quite hot.
And then we had a caller too who also said, I find her attractive
Yes.
as well. So there was some support for you.
13-24-10 fish fetishes.
No.
Oh, sorry, we don't do that?
No, let's do it. 13, 24, 10 hot cartoon characters.
Oh, okay.
Discuss.
Or at least text us 04009199 because, I mean, you don't want yourself in serious trouble, do you?
No.
Yeah.
Have you got one?
I have said this before. I reckon Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
Oh, my God, yes.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
she cute?
Yes.
And clever and saves lives.
And that
flexible.
waist.
The little waist and
Very flexible.
Amazing.
It's Elastigirl. I thought that's what you were
very bendy.
Shigo from Kim Possible.
Okay.
You know, the green and black one?
Oh, yeah.
She's so hot. The amount of people that go as her as Halloween is a thing, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, yes. Geez, that'd be a good Halloween costume, isn't it?
Can I suggest Krostov from Frozen? Quite cute. The
Okay.
blonde guy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What'd you call him?
Krostov.
It's Christoph.
Is it?
Christoph?
I was a little confused.
Kristov.
Crossed him
Oh, it
off
is
the
Kristov,
list.
yeah.
Christoph.
Hey, you have a lot of feedback, but I know you like avatars.
Yeah, I like avatars. I do like avatars. I got a top three
hated
for
that
you.
movie.
You've got top 3.
Yeah, you got a top 3
After
for
some
you.
feedback. Nice, interesting.
So coming in at 4th as well, shout out to Moana's mum.
You just like her personality.
Yes, Moana's mum.
You
Moana's
talk
dad.
about fetishes.
Yeah.
I reckon you got a mum fetish.
Moana.
It's funny you should say that because coming in at number 3 is Marge Simpson. Marge's got going on. I don't get it. It sounds like she smoked 300 million cigarettes, but that's not the case. She just got a bit of a raspy voice.
Yeah. And
So it's the voice that's hot.
No, well, the voice can be probably maybe a little bit off-putting.
Okay.
is it the hair?
I think it's the hair, maybe. Oh,
God.
Is
I
it-
know, she's fantastic.
Is
Nick,
it
too,
that
by the way,
time
mate.
she refashioned a Chanel suit?
Maybe it was. That Chanel suit was doing all sorts of things. Also from The Simpsons. And I don't know if everyone remembers this. You'd have to be a Simpsons fan, but Mindy. So this was one of Homer's co-workers.
Oh, he
Producer
had an
Flack.
affair.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Oh, he was close,
But he
though.
almost did.
Yeah.
But Mindy, like, let's be honest.
Well, gotta go. I want to sneak in a quick nap before lunch.
Mindy was ticking some boxes.
The red. It's the red hair.
And finally, and don't get me wrong, I'm certainly not into this sort of thing, but a grown-up Nala from The Lion King?
You've been alive all this time. Why didn't you come back to Pride Rock?
Well, I just needed to get out on my own.
Yeah, you don't deserve her, Simba. You do not deserve her. Nala's hot.
People find Simba hot too.
Really?
And Mufasa, that main.
Well, it's
Yeah,
probably the voice from
Mufasa
Mufasa.
is on like the top 10 hot list.
And Scar's like bad boy hot.
Yeah.
No, Scars, no. He's like bad boy hipster hot. It's like,
Right up my alley.
if it came down to it, and if it came down to a fight, Scar would run, wouldn't he?
Oh, you reckon?
Yes.
I mean, he's capable of murder, but all good.
Oh, yeah.
Scar's a bit of a loser. in my eyes.
Murderous Scar. I
there you
love
go.
that line from Lion King. Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Say it again. Mufasa.
There you go. Hey, we've all got different fetishes.
Yep.
Yeah.
None more strange than producer Zoe's
Okay.
fish fetish.
Hey, you've just said you're attracted to a female lion.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Special time in the morning. It's that time where we can be just a little bit looser.
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't have to be blue too, by the way, Joe. There's no rules or specifications with this space.
Okay.
Just some of those situations and issues where maybe you touch on this before we straighten things up a little bit after 7
I just
o'clock.
feel like if we were horses, which you are, obviously,
Obviously.
the reins are being loosened a little bit so
Yeah.
we can be free.
The bit is out of my mouth. Mm-hmm. And it feels good, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It feels good. What about this? And I feel like we have a working relationship. It almost feels like we're working husband and wife.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It turns out taking the piss out of your significant other means your relationship is absolutely booming. Research from the University of Kansas. Go Chiefs. I can't believe, by the way, that Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map.
Oh, I
I'll
know.
say that much.
It's amazing.
University of Kansas shows that couples who frequently tease and joke with each other tend to have happier relationships.
Normally, some of these kind of studies that you bring to the table are absolute bullshit. But this one,
This sort of makes more sense.
this is pretty good because you can see it. You can see it with couples that have been together forever and they take the mickey out of each other. You go, that's the gear.
100%.
Yeah.
The key is shared humour and the ability to laugh together, which strengthens bonds and increases relationship satisfaction.
Yeah.
However, it is important to avoid mean-spirited or aggressive humour,
Yeah.
as that can harm the relationship. Playfulness, mutual enjoyment of jokes are crucial components for maintaining a strong, happy relationship.
It's very different from putting your partner down in front of
Yes.
other people,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, like just fun banter, like, oh, why are you wearing that dress? It's awful. No, that stuff's terrible. Okay, that's not funny at all. And like the opposite of that is your dress looks lovely.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
I know, and that's I look great today, and that's why I'm not taking offence to what you're saying.
Okay,
that's
very
why
good.
we have a good, solid relationship.
Yeah.
because I know you're taking the piss.
Yes, but quite seriously, the fact that we can take the mickey out of each other
Yep.
is really important, because if you listen to this show regularly, we stuff every second word up.
Just hang around for the diary, guys.
I was just hanging around for the diary this morning.
Oh my god.
And if we didn't take the piss out of each other,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, there'd be some issues.
Where would we be? I said to you yesterday after I put the diary together, I said, I say this with so much love and respect. I said, we absolutely butchered everything
Yes.
this week.
And I laughed with a genuine tear
Tear.
running down my face. Radio. Right now, quite alarming. I feel like there's a lot of South Australians who saw the news yesterday because it made national news. The fact that you can get fined a large amount of money for leaving your bins out too long or not taking them in.
So Charles Sturt Council has cautioned locals on 18 occasions for not bringing in their bins, and they've sent out 21 fines of $312.50.
$312.50? Are you very much joking?
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That is so much money. And I didn't even realise that was a thing, that there was like a time limit on when you had to pull your bins in.
100%. So here's the thing as well. A lot of people, and it's quite a debate. Does it annoy you if your neighbours leave the bin out too long? For me, I couldn't care less.
I think it's the tip of the iceberg in terms of fines with bin management. So I think people who park in front of your bins
Oh, that's
so
true.
that the truck can't get to them,
Yeah.
they should be fined.
Well, I always feel in a situation like that, if you do that and I'm driving the truck, if I scrape your car,
That I-
you shouldn't have parked there, muscles.
Yeah.
It's on you.
That's so true. I think people who put out the incorrect bins and then subsequently I put out the wrong bins because I've looked at all my neighbours and they've put the green one out when it should have been the yellow.
That's very good. You should be fine.
They should be fine.
You should be fine for setting the standard because I do the same thing. I'm like, I don't know what bin it is. Oh, it's green. And it turns out Muscles down the street just hasn't brought in his green bin from 2 weeks ago.
Those people who can't differentiate what's recycling and what's not, fine them.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
please.
$200?
That's not enough.
$250 for that sort of fine?
That'll do.
Okay. What about taking it to the absolute next level? A fine that's worthy, I'd say more than hundreds, probably should be thousands. Producer Flack, can you just jump up to the microphone there?
Yep.
Can you take us through a particular bin habit of yours that you revealed to us this morning at around about 5:30 that quite literally shocked my pants off?
Well, I think this is fine. I think you'd find a lot of people do this. When I'm walking the dogs and they do their business,
No, don't. Stop right there.
my
You
gosh.
don't.
I pick it up with the bag, so I'm doing the right thing. But I don't want to carry it, so I just put it in people's bins who have left their bins out.
Oh, my gosh.
In a public space, I can use your bin.
So wait. This is a very important detail. Have those bins been emptied already?
I don't care.
I told you. Put a muzzle on him, put him in jail, and put him in a straitjacket.
It's
He
a
doesn't
bin.
deserve freedom.
It's a bin.
You are disgusting because you know what happens. Your dog poo is at the bottom of someone's clean bin
It squishes.
and they don't know. So then they put in the other rubbish. Pick it up from here, please.
And the rubbish goes, oh, what's this under my feet?
Yeah.
And what it is, because there's still a little bit of moisture in the poo and the bag, it squishes right down flat and then it sticks to the bottom of the bin. And then at some stage, because there's no sunshine getting in that bin at all, it stays moist for like months and months. At some stage, due to the smell, that person who owns a bin has to fish that out.
Yep.
It's your dog poo, Flack. Okay?
Fish that out and then get the hose and rinse out their bin because you couldn't be bothered.
In tears, by the
You
way.
couldn't be bothered to hold on to your own dog poo and take it home and deal with it in your situation.
Bring your bin in quicker. A bin is there. It's on public property. It's on the nature strip. Then I can put
It's
dog
not
poo
a
in the bin.
free-for-all.
Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry to say that anyone who lives on Main Road, Coromandel Valley, sucks to be you. Sucks to be you.
Well, Hayesy, there's been some pretty brave journalists risking their lives to cover the devastating force of deadly Hurricane Milton as it has ripped through Florida overnight. One of them is our boy David Woywood from Channel 7, and he joins us now. Good morning, David. Whereabouts are you right now?
Well, we are in St. Petersburg, and I've got to tell you, it is super calm right now. Like, it's actually hard to believe that a once-in-100-year storm had actually slammed into this state just a few hours ago. Look, the death toll is there. It's slowly creeping up. 11 people have now been confirmed killed. A lot of them have actually been a direct result of the tornadoes that had actually sprung off this hurricane as well. But by and large, what authorities are now saying is that they have sort of escaped that worst-case scenario that they had really been warning about over the past few days leading up to Milton's arrival. So as bad as things are here right across the state at the moment is probably the best version of bad that Floridians could have hoped for.
David, we saw Fox Weather's correspondent wearing safety goggles, gloves and a helmet and getting belted by 160k an hour winds. A lot of viewers are like, can you please let these guys get inside? Has there been any time where you've thought, especially with these twisters going around, have you thought, jeez, I'm in trouble here?
No, not that we thought that we were in trouble, but certainly we sort of stepped out of that a little bit because I don't know what that was really sort of bringing to the situation. I mean, certain news organisations have different takes on that, but we sort of tried to keep it a little bit safer. But the problem is we had one of those major tornadoes, one of those first and deadly ones, actually pop up just a couple of minute drive away from where we were staying, and it ripped the roof off the house. So as soon as we got that, and that was a few hours before Milton had actually arrived, I think that we're a little bit gun-shy after that because we saw street signs and things just flying around, and they were almost like blades.
Channel 7's David Woywood joins us live from Florida this morning. David, I think one thing that's really fascinating for us is seeing these people who, on the news and all these telecasts, are saying that they refuse to leave their homes when they're getting these warnings that they will die unless they leave their homes. Can you justify any sort of reasons, like from your perspective and being there on the ground, like what's going on with these people and what is their thought process?
We spoke to so many people, guys, who they just wouldn't be told, essentially. They said, no, we're going to ride this one out. They had all of those warnings, and we've spoken about this. Like, the mayor couldn't have been clearer. She had said, if you stay, you will die. Look, the good news is most people have heeded those warnings. So right now there's sort of millions of displaced people around the state. They'll slowly start filtering home. But, yeah, look, that is the beating heart of American freedom, isn't it? I mean, these people just, they want to live by their own rules and do their own thing.
Just quickly before we let you go, can you give us a sense, when these people flee their homes, where are they going? What do these bunkers look like?
So what they can do in a lot of instances is you don't actually have to go too far. You can sort of go 20 kilometres inland. So if you've got a friend or a family member sort of just a bit more into the interior of the state, you can sort of wait it out there. You don't have to actually flee a day's worth of journey away from that coastline. So a lot of people are doing that. Others have gone into those bunkers if they do have them. Of course, so many homes just don't have them, but a lot of these big hotels have all been booked out, particularly in Tampa, around that area, and they are all hurricane rated. So there are a lot of options for people who are trying to leave their homes. But, it is a difficult one trying to convince all people about that message.
David, we appreciate your time, mates. And unbelievably, it took the biggest hurricane of all time to take the attention away from Diddy momentarily.
Yes.
So we appreciate your work on the ground, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again soon, mate. But be well.
And we also appreciate Casual David too, who pops up on Sunrise wearing a cap. We love that. We love that look for you.
Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah, you don't want to mess the hair up, so put the cap on.
So
love
true.
chatting.
So true. The wind will do it. David, thank you so much.
See you guys.
See ya.
Let's get ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, Battle of the Bangers.
Real interesting space, this one. A battle of the bangers. Oh, gosh, I really need this because this could drift out to a 19-15 lead for you, Juds.
Yeah, that'd be nice, actually.
That's dangerous territory for me.
Given the situation in Song where I'm trailing by 10. So
it's 12 actually, but that's all.
Oh, is it?
It's
How bad's my
24 to
maths,
12.
mate?
I think you've got selective bad maths in that particular space.
I think so. Okay, so the theme this week for Battle of the Bangers was party songs in preparation for next week. What gets you onto the dance floor? Did someone give you a different brief?
What do you mean? I was just thinking what gets me on the dance floor, what really gets me up and about. Well, what gets my foot tapping.
Yeah, but your song you just simply cannot dance to.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Give it a crack. But don't dance like I was just dancing, because that's disgusting dad vibes.
It's like, it's a finger pointing one.
I'm gonna go my way. Okay.
Okay, fade it down.
Versus Flow Rider. Yeah, the fur. All right. Got a good feeling about this
Do
one.
you?
Got a really, really good feeling about this one because I'm very much due for a win. Let's bring in camera guy Josh.
Yep.
Welcome to the platform, you beautiful man. Nice haircut too, by the way.
Thank you very much. Look, I really hope you win as well because whenever Flow Rider plays in the studio, Jody just tears the place apart.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
It's
isn't it?
dangerous.
It's dangerous.
So give me a drum roll and see if I have to get out of here very quickly.
Okay.
Here we go.
Batten down the hatches, it's Jody on it!
What's going on here?
Yes.
What was the
Just play the song.
What was the percentage too, by the way?
Oh, yeah, what was it?
She beat you by 3 times the votes. It was 155 to like 45.
Oh, man. We need to have a chat.
What about now? I feel like you feel sorry for me. Is that the sort of space we're in right now?
On so many levels.
Okay. To the public out there who are listening to this show, I've got 2 questions for you. 1, do you like me? And 2, why not? What's going on
You
here?
just answered your own
I just sort of feel like it's personal now.
Can you just-
It's getting personal.
Play Flow Rider, for goodness sake, and turn it up. Turn it right up.
For goodness sake, the score now is 19-15. Your winning song this week, Flow Rider, T-Pain, Low. Once again, I'm getting sick of saying this. Congratulations, Jody Oddie. Right now, let's talk about what is fast becoming the most important person on the planet. I like this song, by the way. Love her. Taylor Swift. Probably commercially didn't do as much as I thought it would. Beautiful
This song,
though.
didn't it?
Not as much as some of her other ones.
Oh, it's stunning though. One of her best, wasn't it? She is being applauded because she's donated $5 million to Feeding America to support relief efforts in the aftermath of Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Good on you, Taylor.
$5 million. I mean, it's not that much of an expense to her, but still $5 million is huge in any circuit.
You really wonder with some celebrities when they do charitable things, like they go to hospitals and visit sick children, etc. But there's cameras everywhere. You're like, what's your motivation?
That's why when you hear stories, I think it's Keanu Reeves and a few guys like that.
Yeah.
You hear that he does these outrageous things behind the scenes.
Yeah, I love
and there's
that.
not a camera there for publicity.
True charity.
The other thing as well
you don't
is-
tell people about.
100%. And it's, I need to pronounce this right, philanthropy.
Yes.
People
Jeez,
like
I almost want to give you a hug after
I know,
that.
how good was that? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
In such a week where words have been butchered so
fiercely.
Philanthropy can also be a bit of a tax evasion almost, can't it?
Oh,
like
yes.
a tax write-off.
Yeah, it can be. But I don't think Taylor's like that. I think, that's incredibly generous, $5 million, isn't it? I was just wondering, what was the last charitable donation that you might have made?
Well, it's funny you should say that, actually, because I actually donated to charity recently.
Did you?
Yes, on my little my trip to Coles. I don't know if this is all the Coles or just the one at Welland. And I think it's Oz Harvest.
Yep.
So say your thing I was like $22.25. It says to you, do you want to round that up to $23 and donate 75 cents to Oz Harvest? And I go, you better believe I do. and then this this aura like comes through. It's like this light comes through and I'm genuinely angelic. Just for a second, I'm like, oh.
And they dim all the lights in Coles, so it's just a spotlight on you.
Yeah.
And everyone from the deli department
They're just like,
and the frozen food and the fruit and veg all come in.
yeah.
Like,
I'm like, sorry, guys. Just playing my part, all right? It's what I do. I'm just trying to live my life as best I can and lead by example.
Same thing in Cotton On when you purchase a $15 T-shirt. And producer Zoe and I were talking about this, and it was like, they're like, do you want to donate $2 to whatever fund it may be to help the children? And then sometimes I'll buy a spring water as well. And then sometimes they're like, do you want to buy a $3 charity bag? So that $15 T-shirt cost me $6,948.
And also I have 1,500 million tote bags at home.
So true.
So many cotton on
really,
tote bags.
what can you do with?
Collect, I guess.
I know.
Feel good about yourself. Pat yourself on the back for all the donations you made.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Still, you get the round of applause, though, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And you feel that aura coming from above.
Yep.
All the 16-year-olds working are like,
Yeah.
There she
Hero.
goes.
They all
I want to be just like her when I grow up.
They all come from everywhere. The athletic department, the bras and the undies
Cotton
department.
on body. They're all there.
Mate, they're all there.
There she goes.
Right.
Zoe and Jody, such angels.
Skipping into the sunset.
Yeah, I also got a text from my husband the other day, and it was a picture of a guy called Nathan on a bike, and he said, just FYI, if he reaches out to say thank you, we donated $100 to his GoFundMe thing.
What's his GoFundMe thing?
Don't know.
So this is what we're discussing. Like, we don't even know the details. He's like, thanks for the money. I get a full breakfast this morning. I'm going to the fanciest cafe in town. You're so charitable, Greg Oddie. Yes, I will have an extra hash brown.
Fitzy Fridays, Fitzy Fridays. Fitzy Fridays.
Best time of the week, Fitzy Friday. Good morning, Ryan Fitzy Fitzgerald.
Hayesy, Jody, thank you very much for having me.
Well, you are employed to ostensibly talk about football, and the football season's over, as you quite rightly pointed out.
Hey, Fitzy, we can't wait. There's less than a week to go before Nova's 20th birthday party, and we're speaking to the man who, I think we could probably say, almost single-handedly put Nova 919 on the map.
Well, can I just say I'm really excited about this. First of all, can I come along? Am I invited?
Oh, yes,
Am I
you
allowed
are.
to be there?
Oh, yes.
I hope so, because we've been using you as a carrot for weeks now.
And it's kind of ironic because we're doing it at Sky City. We're going to be at Sky City,
Yeah.
which is where I was an hour before we went on air getting home. It was an exciting time 20 years ago. I was not on the breakfast show. I was the sports reporter, Hayesy.
What? You were the
On the
headline
show?
act. What?
Yes, Merrick and Rosso were the first voices heard on Adelaide Nova, and then they threw to the breakfast show, which was Jules Schiller, Tony Monclair and Jody J. Hill. And then I came in and I read a sports report, completely butchered it. And then I do remember our first Nova event that we had was Fitzy's Backyard Barbie,
Yeah.
which was at a Northern Tavern. And it was massive. Like there would have been about 1,000 people there. And do you know how I remember it? There was a wedding that was happening across the road from the Nova event.
Yeah.
And one of our listeners decided to streak through the wedding completely naked. He got such a laugh and such a reaction that when he came back, everyone said, "Do it again." So he went to go do it again. Unfortunately, the second time, the groomsmen were waiting for him. And one guy with his elbow completely cleaned this bloke up and broke the guy's nose. So he was laying on the ground, stark as completely naked with a broken nose.
That's good. And you're like, yes, this is a good radio stunt.
Yes.
This is better than making seats at Mitsubishi. And it all started from there.
Yeah, and I'm not ruling out next Thursday at the 20th birthday party that Hayesy won't end up naked with a broken nose on the ground.
This is great. I have heard a few rumours that Hayesy can be persuaded to get onto the dance floor very easily at these Nova events.
I just feel like it's an opportunity to really let your hair down, Fitzy. And for you and for me, I'm going that way. When we don't have hair, then you've got to find a way to really express yourself. And if you have a couple of beers and you see a rafter, then hell, swing from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a great place to learn about fellow employees and what they're all about. So, no, I'm really, really looking forward to it. Actually, is Julian Schiller going to be there, one of my original co-hosts?
Yes, he's coming along.
Great.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, well, we ended up, that was a great one. We had a rap party that week as well. We ended up back at Leon Biner's house. It was huge. It was a massive one. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you there next Thursday.
I genuinely thought you were going to say then, well, yeah, no, the show didn't end well with Jules, so I'm looking forward to seeing that bloke and having a few words.
Well, yeah, it was definitely a big night. And when I got driven home by Jeremy Cordeaux, I thought this is getting a bit weird.
I think we should just go. Should we end this conversation here?
I think so.
There's a couple of texts coming through. Leon Biner. We're not even going to go to that.
I don't think so. Probably don't need to go to the text line on that, I reckon.
Fitzy, we appreciate your time. Hey, we can't wait to catch up with you on Thursday night. It's going to be absolutely epic.
Can't wait, guys. We'll see you there.